Hey, so this is the walkthrough for the sales spreadsheet. Um, the link for this spreadsheet's below if you'd like to download it. There's the Excel version or the Google Sheets version. I've zoomed in on this spreadsheet a bit, but if you can't see the text very well, you might need to full screen the video. So here we can add in lines, add in extra rows. You right click and insert. If you want to add like an extra job, you can add in more descriptions and the figures and stuff. After you put in the figures, just hold on this little green box and pull it down, and it'll fill in the formula, which is this one, for that new row, because these ones are empty, but these ones are supposed to autofill. I'll come back on that in a sec. With the callout calculation column, if you have a callout fee for your business, just put in a number 1. If you don't have a callout fee, put in 0. You can put your callout fee here. I've just made up all these numbers just as examples. The callout fee figure is pulled into the cell, and then it's added to the turnover figure at the end of that row. If you've got a lot of extra calculations, you can take note of what they are by right clicking on the cell and going new comment, and then you can say $15. I don't know, let's say you're a mobile mechanic, $15 for a light bulb, for example. And then if you need to come back to that and go, oh, what's that $30 made up of? Well, there's a $15 light bulb expense there. That figure is also added when calculating the profit on the job. So the profit on the job is the turnover minus the staff pay, and then minus the expenses column as well. That's from this formula here. The staff pay column is a formula made up of these figures. So we can click here, and we can see that the staff pay rate is taken, as well as how many hours they did on that job, as well as the rate that they're paid for driving to the job, so that's 0.5 in this case, and then what's added in as well is if they have any parking costs or anything like that as well. You can update and edit these figures, so if your hourly rate is $200, then you can just change that number, and we can see that all the formulas and output update accordingly. So if you ever do change your rates in the future, if you just create a new spreadsheet with this template, you can change your rate, because if you have a lot of previous weeks filled in from previous jobs and you change your rate on the same spreadsheet, it's going to go back and calculate all those older numbers as well. So definitely want to create a new spreadsheet if you're changing any of these figures here. Another feature in here is commissions on sales. So if a staff member, for example, sells a $10 part, then their commission at 85% is added into their staff pay in that column. And then the row 16 is the end of week subtotals. So in a period of a week, there's the subtotal at the end of the week to show the total hours, total part cost, everything there, adds it all up at the end, so calculates your turnover, your staff pay, and then your profit from that as well. So you can add in each week as you go. If you had to add in more jobs on a day, you can pop them in here. So job 12, 13, 14. Who did it? Their hours and stuff. When you look at the subtotal, there's a summary. So we can see up here that this cell, E24, is the sum of this column from E17 to E23. If you add a row in here, we can see that it actually doesn't pick up that extra row that's popped in automatically. So you just got to change that to incorporate the extra row that's added in. So just be wary of that on your Fridays when you're adding extra rows. I think if you add in a row higher, it anticipates it, but it just can't be the bottom one. Enjoy!